Tesla Semi helps install prefab superchargers at Laguna Seca. June 30, 2022. The Tesla Semi is expected to start limited production next year, as per previous comments by CEO Elon Musk. But even before the Class 8 all-electric truck enters production, the vehicle is already being used by the company to help in some of its projects. In a recently uploaded video, for example, Tesla showcased how the updated Semi prototype was used to transport a number of prefabricated superchargers to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. The truck was featured heavily in the short video, as it was shown carrying several supercharger boxes in a trailer. The addition of superchargers at Laguna Seca would likely be appreciated by Tesla owners over the years, and with the introduction of the Model 3 and its dedicated track mode, the community of electric vehicle owners who are fond of racing their cars on the track has only grown. This is evident with events such as Tesla Corsa, which have become popular over the years. Since track driving drains batteries quickly, having superchargers in Laguna Seca all but ensures that Tesla owners who wish to race their cars could spend a good portion of the day pushing their vehicles to the limit. The addition of superchargers would likely be popular among non-Teslas as well, especially when the company opens the network to other track-capable EVs like the Porsche Taycan. Source reposted and summarized from Simon Alvarez at Tesla RT. My take: Elon is teasing us with these Tesla Semi sightings. Tesla can help solve US and Texas grid problems. June 30, 2022. A member of the U.S. House of Representatives asks Tesla and Elon Musk to help bolster the power grid in Texas and the entire country. Troy Nails has approached Elon Musk with a request in an open letter. Representative Troy Nails, representing Fort Bend County, wrote an open letter to Tesla CEO Elon Musk. In it, he noted the company's merits in the formation of the EV market, speaking to the expectation of an increase in the number of electric vehicles and charging stations, as well as their impact on the U.S. and Texas energy systems. In addition, he shared his concerns about the potential load on the country's energy systems. Nails is known for having previously opposed the expansion of public electric vehicle charging stations because, in his opinion, it could lead to electricity problems across the country. I write to express my deep concerns regarding the potential inefficiencies of our nation's power grids as electric vehicles continue to become more popular. Nails wrote in the letter via Cron. While the Biden administration refuses to acknowledge the expertise you bring as the chief executive officer of the largest electric vehicle company in the world, I believe you bring a unique perspective to help strengthen and increase the resiliency of the nation's power grids. Nails sits on the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. He is known for his support of the oil and gas industry and mentioned in his letter the existence of untapped reserves of oil and natural gas in the U.S. In addition, he criticized renewable forms of electricity generation such as wind and solar energy, ignoring research evidence and experience that confirm their effectiveness. While Nails did not offer any specific ideas or suggestions, he said he hopes, with the help of Musk and Tesla, he can forge an effective relationship between private businesses and the government to ensure the long-term stability of the electricity grid. The continued success of the people of Texas and Tesla Inc. and its stakeholders is largely dependent on a reliable electricity grid. Nails said in the letter, as we continue to work towards solutions to guarantee our power grids can meet the nation's increased electric demands, I believe, with your help, we can cultivate an effective relationship between private business and government to ensure the long-term stability of our electric grid. Nails' words are vague and can only confuse what question, problem, or suggestion he is proposing to Musk. However, we know that Tesla has been working successfully with ERCOT for the past 3 years to stabilize the Texas power grid. The manufacturer already has a 100-megawatt battery and is aiming to build another one. In addition, Tesla wants to connect Powerwalls installed in households to the virtual power plant, in order to support the state's power grid in case of need. Source reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: Tesla's mega packs are going to cause a big change in the energy sector. Just wait and see. Tesla has achieved an incredible Model Y production ramp at Giga, Texas. June 30, 2022. New leaks suggest Tesla has achieved an incredible production ramp at the company's newest facility in Austin, Texas. According to the leaks, Tesla has already reached a production rate of between 2,000 and 5,000 Model Ys a week at the facility. Tesla officially opened the company's newest vehicle production facility in Austin, Texas this April. The new factory, called Giga Texas, initially started production with the refreshed Model Y with the 4680 cells and a structural battery pack. Source reposted and summarized from Tinsai Arage at Talk News. My take: if true, that would be an amazing ramp up. Hope it's true. We will find out in a few days. New survey finds consumers more interested in EVs than ever. June 30, 2022. U.S. auto shoppers are more likely than ever to consider buying a pure EV, mostly thanks to the growing selection of models. New offerings from trusted brands are turning EV skeptics into possible EV purchases. Those are among the findings from a new survey by consumer research specialist J.D. Power. The J.D. Power 2022 U.S. Electric Vehicle Consideration Study, which surveyed 10,030 consumers in early 2022, found that the percentage of respondents who say they are very likely to consider an EV for their next purchase or lease has risen to 24%. An increase of 4 percentage points from a year ago. The addition of new EV models has moved the needle on consumer consideration, said Stuart Stropp, Senior Director of Automotive Retail at J.D. Power. In fact, several new models from perennial mass-market brands are at the top of that consideration list. Even so, more remains to be done in terms of transitioning from early to mass adoption, though the study findings show a shift in favor of EVs. About 76% of new vehicle shoppers say they are not very likely to consider buying one. Automakers must continue their efforts to persuade more shoppers to give these vehicles a try. Unsurprisingly, homeowners are more likely than renters to consider going electric. Some 27% of homeowners said they are very likely to consider an EV compared to 17% of renters. This probably has to do with the convenience of home charging. 34% of those who said they're unlikely to consider an EV said they lack access to charging at home or work. Another key finding: first-hand experience with EVs plays an important role in purchase consideration. Of respondents who had no personal experience at all with EVs, only 11% said they are very likely to consider going electric. That percentage more than doubles to 24% among vehicle shoppers who have simply ridden in an EV and rises to 34% among those who have driven one. As EV boosters have been saying for years, accurate product information is critical. Some 30% of EV rejectors cited a lack of information as a reason for their lack of interest. The message for automakers and their dealers seems clear. There's a rare nugget of good news for the legacy brands. Owners of numerous mass-market brands expressed more interest in EVs than they did in last year's survey. Tesla remains a dominant player, but new vehicle shoppers are proving quite willing to consider EVs from legacy brands, said Mr. Stropp. Source reposted and summarized from Charles Morris at Avanex. My take: EV is moving faster than ever expected. You have Tesla to thank for that. Certainly not GM.